But yeah, that's what that was.
Hey everybody, we're live. How are you doing today? I am not having the best day. I kind of hurt, but I'm doing this because it's part of my week and I can at least have one work day. Uh, so, want to introduce yourself?
If you only want me to. My name is Kara Brown. I am an urban fantasy author and the operations director for Otherworld Inc. I am here today to work on a script that I said I would have ready by yesterday, but things happened and I didn't have it ready yesterday, so I'm going to have it ready by today. Nobody's asking for it yet, so I've got that in my corner.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work on my edits of the newsletter story, which I really need to think of a name for. My God. And I think that Dana may be joining us later, so we have that to look forward to. Hey, Jennifer. Hi,
Jennifer.
Michael. Hello, Persephone.
Sup.
Hi, Evie. So since it's not NaNoWriMo, we're going to chat. We'll do some sprints, but it's going to be laid back.
I mean, we're going to have like a conversation and stuff?
Yeah, that's really what I need.
What? Who are you? What's happening?
I'm chill. I know how to chill. I can chill. I've done it before.
You can chill. You've got this chilling thing down.
I have it.
Oh my God. Remove space after paragraph. Okay, perfect. No, what is this? What's happening? Why is my stuff's been moved around? I don't like it.
Jennifer's having a rough day. Persephone's having a low energy day.
I feel you.
Laid back, chill streams for the win. Yay! Hi, Sia. I think that we are fair to middling. How are you doing?
I think my brain's kind of oozing out of my ears because I spent 2 hours proofing or beta reading somebody's script. So, I don't know. Maybe writing my own script is not a good idea right now. Deep Thoughts by Kara Brown. I know.
I should be... Oh, no. Have I sent a newsletter this week? Or this month? I don't think I have. I need to write a newsletter. I don't think I have anything to impart right now.
Holiday wishes?
I have a funny story or something. I'll write it tomorrow.
Do you like how we're not doing like the podcast this week, and this is when like all the crazy shit is really just exploding everywhere? It's like, let's take a break. Nothing exciting is gonna happen over the holidays. Like every fucking day, like there's something. I'm like,
yeah, of course. And when we come back, we'll be like, hi guys, nothing's happened in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it all happened a month ago.
Yeah, all this tea is stale. Sorry, guys. There's no point in talking about it. Because we had the thing with Dream Spinner and their author who is plagiarizing somebody else. And then we have like that thing that J.K. Rowling is doing this morning that I'm like, she just needs to stay off Twitter. Like, get off Twitter, J.K. This is a professional advice from me to you, even though you're older and more experienced than me.
Wow.
This is like a live podcast. This is us.
Oh, God. It's just so bad. I'm like, I'd heard people say that she was a TERF before, and I was like, maybe they're mad at her because of X, Y, and Z, but then she had to go and just be super blatant and just ignorant. Just ignorant. Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's insane. Like at first I thought it was a bait article at first when I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's just an exaggeration. I started reading it, and like every paragraph just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and I was like, I'm done. Like, Like, I'm happy all these Harry Potter books behind me are from used bookstores at this point.
I mean, mine were all definitely from used bookstores, just because they were, god dang, there's so many of them.
And they're so expensive right now. Have you, like, I didn't mention this, like, in a podcast or anything, but, like, y'all, I went to Barnes & Noble to go buy, like, books for my bookshelf, right? And I must be, like, either really old or naive or something at this point. But I went there with, like, $20 thinking I could probably get 2 books and call it a day. I couldn't buy a goddamn thing for $20 at Barnes & Noble. It was all, like, 25 or higher. Like, and some of the stuff was already like 10 years old, and they were trying to sell it for like $35. And I was like,
wow.
And I was
a
like,
holiday markup.
I know. I was like, is reading a rich person's hobby right now? Because I can't afford any of this shit.
Thriftbooks.com is great.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my goodness. I'll have to do it when I'm in like a positive mood. Write something positive when I'm in a positive mood, because it's not there right now. So I know I'll try to be positive, but it's going to end up sounding like not. Just not.
I know that.
Persephone said that she would be down for a live podcast to watch it. I'm not sure if we're there yet, because right now we're still like, there's a lot of flubs and there's a lot of things that we take out because it's not necessarily like we'll say things the wrong way. And because we touch on a lot of topics that are kind of sensitive.
Yeah, we're always like, oh no, let's redo that. I didn't like how I said that at all.
Yeah, this isn't right. And I don't want people to interpret me as this way. So
I don't want people to see me as J.K. Rowling right now.
Oh my god.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
And can you imagine all the people that she's talking about who are actually her fans? They must feel so betrayed right now.
Well, according to Twitter, yes. yes, they do. That's where I initially saw it. And I was like, what's going on? But it was also, I'd woken up at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock this morning because of body issues. And I was like, I don't think I feel like researching this. And then a few hours later, you sent me a clip, and I was like, okay, thank you for not making me research this. I appreciate
it's like I could read your mind.
I want to know more, but I don't feel like it's help me. Hey, Autumn, heart and soul, love me once, love me again. Wolf September, her mask smile. Huh? What?
What's going on? Context.
Oh, so that's for progress. I need to pick one that you want to do in 2020. Okay, I was like, what happened?
We're easily confused. You have to be careful.
I was like, did my girl have a stroke? Hi, Eva. So glad that you're here. I opened up the doc for book 1 of my Big Bad series and got low-key freaked out. It's been a while since I read it. Oh, man. Have you finished editing your book 1? Or are you going back to read it to like familiarize yourself with it again?
Oh shit. No. Where's the rest of it? Oh.
Did something get...
Wait, what's going on? No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's all okay. Don't worry. Everything's fine.
There was a person who said some very anti-trans things, and they were fired, and they tried to sue. The judge upheld the ruling essentially, and J.K. Rowling was on the side of the the anti-trans person, and it was very. It just
Awkward.
wasn't. We would call that a very freaking bad look. I was part of the emailers that hounded Robert Jordan into finishing his Wheel of Time series. Turns out he had Alzheimer's, but still, it was hundreds of dollars just in that damn story. Oh.
Yeah, he ended up getting Brandon Sanderson to come and finish it for him.
You're doing a draft too. It's not half bad, but I've written so much since then. It's the same role. You've gotten up to what, like book 8 or 9, and then going back to book 1. Phew. That's going to be difficult in itself, because like you have all the secrets, or at least that would be the difficulty for me, that I knew all the secrets. I know what's happening next, but I guess that would be good if you need to lay down some groundwork for later stuffs to happen.
I've decided I'm not doing this project. I'm not doing this project. Screw this project.
Screw that project. That project's dumb.
That
project could kick rocks.
It is. I'm going to do something else.
Yeah, do something cool.
Yeah.
That's not dumb. Take that project.
Take that. I'm going to do it later and tell him it's going to be late.
It's easily confused day. Have mercy on us. Yeah, that's like every day. My autobiography.
All right, I'm going to go grab my other thing I'm going to do real quick.
All right, I'm probably going to start the streams. I guess I won't. I should have said that before she jumped off, huh? So, y'all, yeah, I'm going to work on the edits. Maybe I'll try to figure out something to write for my newsletter. Oof. My fiance, he is still in bed. He did his final yesterday. So, like, he gave out his final yesterday. So now he's kind of sleeping in. Then we're going to watch the Democratic debates tonight. I think we're going to do wings and beer and grumble, because we like politics here, even when it's awful. So
his tongue's off now. Look, isn't he cute? Your bacon tongue.
The derp tongue.
Wow. Everybody here wants to see you. They don't care about me.
He's so big.
Yes.
He's such a big bear.
He's still only 76 pounds right now. I need him to get 10 more.
10 more?
Yeah, his ribs are showing bad. He needs to put some more weight on. What are you doing? Oh, yes, you're so cute. Yeah.
He's a cutie pie. A cutie pie.
He's such a scaredy cat, too. You're a scaredy cat. Yeah, now you're leaving because I called you a scaredy cat. How you doing? Treats, mommy, treats. Yeah, that's what he wants. He wants peanut butter. I don't have any, though. I don't have any.
I have some. It's right back here if you want it.
Thanks.
It's very helpful. +1 helpful.
Hey. What are you doing?
Looks like my neighbors are going to do fun things. They're like taking paddle boards to the car. All right, let's do some stuff. Let's do stuff. You guys ready to do some stuff?
Yes, I have pages that need to be edited.
We're going to do stuff for like 20 minutes. Because that's how long we do stuff for around here.
I like doing stuff for 20 minutes.
All right. Get ready for your stuff. I don't know why I keep saying stuff. I'm pushing start now.
Nobody can hear you.
I
was watching you. I knew exactly what you were saying.
That was funny. Well, hey, everybody. We're back. I learned how microphones work. Excellent. Good times. What do you guys do? Hi to everyone who came during the sprint. I tried to say hello to everyone.
Yeah, I saw Water Gazer's here. Hello, Water Gazer. Hello.
And Key Clavus is here.
Can we talk about how Key's the BAMF of the day? Like, damn.
Absolutely. Oh, we have someone new.
What?
And a wild Dana appears.
Wild Dana.
Yeah, today I am definitely wild. I got the scars to prove it.
Oh my.
Uh-oh. What animal got to you?
She is an 80-pound, let's see, June, July, August, September, October, November, 6-month-old Alaskan Malamute who, for whatever reason, while I was attempting to put the laundry from the washer to the dryer, thought it would be fun to say hello by wrapping her paws around me. I was like, hey, enough's enough.
You're too big for all that.
Yeah.
That sounds like somebody else I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got his cone off today.
I was going to say, while I was driving, I saw that he's free of the cone.
Yep, he's free. He's very free.
Bones.
Yeah, the first thing he did was we took the cone off and we put it down on the table, and he looked at us and looked at it, and then he tried to take his cone away.
He's like, y'all ain't never getting that back on me.
I know.
I'm hiding this.
He just took it and carried it off with him. We're like, where are you going?
To destroy this.
No, he put it with all his bones. He thinks it's his now. So,
well, yeah.
Hi,
Jennifer.
It's kind of interesting because him and Kissy, they're both in here. And what they both do is they both try to hoard the bones from each other. So they make a pile somewhere and they go try to find the other bone. So while one is getting one, the other grabs from the pile and they just keep swapping.
Oh, how funny. You're like, hey guys, if you could actually see the bigger picture here, you would know that it's about equal. Still.
I was just sitting at the kitchen table watching. I was like, well, at least you're getting your walkies in.
Right. Are you noon drinking?
Of course I am.
Oh, fair. Very nice. I actually thought about that after I let Elijah drive to school today.
I'm surprised you didn't do it before.
Well, no, he's actually been driving for a couple months now, and he's getting better and better. But I keep telling myself, I'm like, if you just start drinking before you drive, I mean, before he drives.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that when we met. And I was like, I think that's technically against the law, but I wouldn't stop you.
Right? No, but he is getting better. He's getting better.
Key, I will have the wine for you. That's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it for you.
Yeah.
I got 693 words, by the way.
I finished editing a chapter. Michael wrote a sentence with meh, so he's not over his meh. I understand. Yeah. Meh is hard. Let's see. Persephone created an actual document.
That's important.
And got 155 words. And also greeted the Danas. He got in 73 words in 5 minutes. That's awesome. Jean got 339 words. Her first writing session after months of editing. Oh, that's a good feeling.
That's the most liberating thing ever.
I love that feeling. Let's see. 304 words that got stuck on a word. I can't say it, but I know what it says.
Irrevocably.
Thank you. And I couldn't figure out how to spell it, and then wondering if it was even the right word to use, and it took way too long to figure it out. Well, given that I couldn't even say it, I understand.
Yeah. I'm all, that is the look of, what does that word mean? But then you put it together.
Tips for fixing timeline inconsistencies.
I have a spreadsheet.
Of course you do. Absolutely, of course you do.
Yeah. I was going to say, I usually like take a piece of paper and start writing down the timeline. And then once I find it, I'm like, oh, it's right there. But I think that Caro's spreadsheet might be a little faster than, you know.
Hold on, I'm just grabbing it real quick.
I tend to write a physical timeline out because if I don't, then things will either happen over way too long of a period or everything happens in like 5 days and it doesn't make sense.
Right.
I put it in the private chat since I can't post links in the chat, but it's there.
Okay. And I shall post it. I'm also going to open it myself. Maybe I can use some of these tips.
I know we're like,
What's these?
I don't know where we would be without Sassy Caro's directions and spreadsheets.
It's like everything's like, we have a problem. My response is, I have a spreadsheet for that.
That's right.
Like earlier, Sky like posted something in the AuthorTube chat, and she's like, I'm having trouble with business expenses. Like, oh, I have a spreadsheet for that. Let me send it to you.
I second the spreadsheet. I use the same thing, especially since the first time I had to work with was over 4,000 years long. That's a hell of a timeline.
Yeah. It's like the history of the earth.
Yeah, that's really long.
Wow.
I was gonna say, I feel Sky budgeting and spending and making sure that you don't overspend. Those are all like major adulting things, and they suck.
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh yeah. I just wish like you could just, I don't know, have unlimited wealth, and then there'd be no stress, zero stress. The answer to all the problems of the world.
Money.
I'm looking at.
That makes me think of Pink Floyd. I see Alexa Dunn. It's her birthday. She's doing a giveaway. I guess I'll retweet that.
That's nice of you. I guess I will retweet it as well. To Twitter, everyone. Quick, retweet the tweet.
Shut your face.
What is she giving away?
You not see my title. My title. Look at it. What does it say? What does it say? It says Sassy Caro.
Oh, the fingers have come out.
That's what it says.
Oh man.
I flipped you off. I'm an adult.
I know. I'm like, so does anybody know what she's giving away? Because
she's giving away an arc. A free arc.
Damn it, I already retweeted it. I can't take it back.
I mean, you can undo the retweet. I don't mind. Like, I'm sure that there's plenty of people who would like one of her arcs, so I don't mind retweeting that. Sassy Caro has one, making her extra sassy.
Extra sassy, yeah. There's always constant like little messages I get. It's like, so when's the next time you're gonna be drunk online? I'm like, I don't know. The next time I get drunk online.
Speaking of none of that and actually getting something done, what is happening?
4 out of 10 for Segway.
Yeah, it was terrible. I didn't try. I didn't try at all. I was just like, blah, blah. I'm just going to do this thing.
Shut up, girl. We're writing. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, it was way nicer than that. Yeah.
It was much nicer. I agree.
Yeah.
Niceness. It's subjective, right?
You guys, I press start. Let's do something. Do your thing, everybody. You can do it. I have faith. I remembered how microphones worked. Ha ha. I did it.
So I just want to put out there to the world that Caro is not a fan of adverbs, and I love it.
I think I only made like one comment. I was like, evil adverbs hiss. And then after that was just hiss, 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 hiss.
And I can see the like of Caro.
Sorry, an ad for my productivity app.
Evil
If you
ad.
heard that.
I know. For the price of a cup of Starbucks coffee, you can be ad free.
I don't care. I'd rather not pay.
Yeah.
Just deal with the 5 seconds of an ad. That's fine.
I'd rather have that cup of coffee.
I ain't saying that adverbs are bad. I'm just saying that when you have like a whole bunch of them really close together, it can be problematic.
Yeah, but I like the fact that when you point them out, it really encourages me to kind of show off my vocabulary.
Yes.
That's
a nice way to see it.
Right. I try to see the positives in everything.
There was one guy who comes to writing group, and at one point, like when I was giving feedback, I was like, you can only have one adverb in every paragraph. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I gave him like the studies and everything to show him how I don't want to dive into it. Anyway, not a huge fan. Sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're not. I just point them out when I see them. That's all.
That's it.
So we have Rad Girl joined us during the sprint.
Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'd love to. Hello, everyone. My name is Tia Firago. I also go under the pen name Margaret Dutch. I am a multi-genre author and artist with no published work yet, but I'm getting my way there. I'm working my way. I'm going to climb to the top, and I will go the distance, as Hercules says.
I was about to say, you're quoting the Hercules song.
I've actually only seen bits and pieces of that movie. I've never seen the movie in full.
I have seen lots of Disney movies, and I can say that is probably one that I can watch over and over again without like wanting to start shooting the television screen.
I watched it years ago, but I don't really remember it that well.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what everyone's talking about. So Heather is freaking out at this book she's editing, and she's glad for this break. Oof, that sounds rough.
I know.
Stephanie,
did she write the book? Oh, sorry.
No, she's a freelance editing.
Oh, okay.
I think. Is that what you're talking about, Heather? So Persephone got 380, and she's doing world building. 289 plus some housework from Jean. That's wonderful. Hi, Annalise. I am so glad that you're here. We'll probably do 1 or maybe 2 more sprints. So you came just in time.
Yep.
Michael's still feeling mad, but we're at 250 words this time. Well, that's good. Edited about 8.5 pages approximately.
Something has definitely changed.
You just sounded like a teacher from Charlie Brown. Like, I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Oh, really? Can you understand me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was really weird. Unless my ears just did a thing.
Oh, no, I didn't get it either.
Okay, good.
Well, do I sound like that again?
No.
Okay, that's weird.
I don't know what that was.
It's okay.
Sakashi got 120 words. The Vampire Assassin got 483 words. Ooh, you're really hitting a stride.
Yeah.
Key got 314. Shaylina just got here. Hey, glad you could make it.
I like your name. I like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
Your friend's book. Oh, that makes it harder.
Mm-hmm. You just have to be like Caro and have no feelings.
No filter. I was telling Tamara before I came in here that I was actually giving feedback on my boss's script. And I was like, I hope he likes me now that I'm done.
Everybody likes you.
You never know. There was one writer that when I gave him feedback, like it was pretty much the same way I talked to everybody. And he's like, "You're right. You're like your feedback doesn't make sense." And I was like, "No, it does. You just don't want to hear it."
I always struggle when people are like, "Well, your opinion is subjective." Yes, but if you ask me for it, you should respect it. It's like,
yeah, if you didn't want the opinion, then don't ask for it.
Yeah.
My thing I always tell the people that I do this for is that I'm harsh on you, but let me tell you, when Goodreads gets a hold of your book and they talk about your book, they don't give a fuck if you're a human being. They're just going to destroy your soul. So
That's facts.
Consider me warm up for that time.
Hi, Leora. You came just in time to hear a Kara rant about fuck your feelings.
Oh, God.
Do you want me to care about your feelings or do you want me to improve your writing? Pick one.
Yes, you can only pick one. You can't have both.
No. Granted, like when I did Dana's thing, I was like, Dana, here's a page and a half. You need to tell me if you want me to keep going or not.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I think that because, I don't know, maybe because I know you better than like if you were some stranger, I can like hear your voice in the comments that you give me and the advice that you give me. Maybe if you were like a stranger, I'd probably think differently. I don't know. But I definitely think that knowing you a little bit and understanding how you think helps
to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
it smells like onions in here, and that's why I just sniffed my armpits because I realized that I was on screen.
Okay.
But, like, I think my neighbors are cooking something, but I was real concerned about my hygiene for a second. But I'm good. It smells like degree. Anyway. That's where I am, I guess.
Yeah.
Sniffing pits.
Hey, but you know what? That's important because like I had to explain why men's pits smell a little bit differently than women's pits, but then I had to remember that there's like a whole new like women who don't shave their pits. And so then I was like, okay, let me take it back down. I was like, when you have hair in your pits, it creates an environment for bacteria to reproduce like lice, you know? It's like, yeah. So I told my boys, I was like, if you want to decrease the smell, you either apply your deodorant and antiperspirant multiple times a day or start shaving your pits. I mean, there's no shame in a man who takes pride in himself and cleans it up so he doesn't smell while he's working hard in the desert heat. Yeah. Anyway, let's move away from pits.
I was about to say, like,
okay.
As long as your business.
I was trying to make a segue. It's like, speaking of things that stink.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm dying. As long as your pits don't smell like cat piss, you're probably fine. I mean, and they don't. It smells like degree.
That's right.
I often get ready here at my desk. It's one of the reasons why my desk is crazy. It's like hair stuff, personal stuff, and then all this other stuff, and also work things. I really need to fix this. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I showed Caro the other day, and she was like, "Oh my God, Tamara," and I was like, "What? I'm gonna fix it." I still have it.
I think because I spend so much time at my desk, like over time, it just starts to look like a pile of everything.
I can't talk right now because I have all this crap right here. So I
I spent about 2 hours.
Let's
What's Dana saying? Keep going.
move
Oh.
away
I was talking.
from the pit.
I didn't understand what she said.
Are
She's
you still
breaking up.
here, Rad Girl? Uh-oh.
Gremlin's got her. What were you saying, Dana?
Oh, I was just saying, I spent about like 2 hours this morning sifting through like the most random things that landed on my desk, and I just started throwing them away. And then I finally found like my project, and I was like, oh, now I can work. Now I can work again.
I did it. Like, my fiance has literally just been avoiding his desk because there was so much stuff on it.
Mhm.
Okay. It looks like she is both logged in and also has relogged in. I don't know how to. Could I
You just
close
kick
one of
her
them?
out. Yeah, you just kick her out. Awkward, but we're here.
All right. So does that work? Okay.
The gremlins came for me. They snuck up behind me. Type tweet. Amy, where are you? I need you. Where's Amy when you need her to keep these things away?
Because then she could take care of them. Use hand sanitizer instead of deodorant. Kills the bacteria. Don't just make it inhospitable. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Christmas gremlins, yes. The Christmas gremlins apparently came. The Grinch probably sent them.
It's true.
These
I'm
Amy's
Christmas
been busy.
gremlins.
Amy's been busy. She hasn't been wrangling them up.
I know. I'm like, I'm thinking of what's in hand sanitizer.
What is a hand sanitizer other than alcohol?
It's mostly alcohol.
Well,
Speaking of
no
alcohol,
segue.
I'm out.
No segue here. Let's just go to the next sprint.
10,
I'm not doing it.
10
I'm
plus 10 honesty.
Speaking of alcohol, Carol,
I'm
where are you
out.
sitting? Oh no!
I already drank it. I'm limiting myself to 1 glass a stream, okay?
Oh darn!
Why I chugged it at the start.
Oh man!
What a mess. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this stream. Pits and alcohol. That's what you get here.
Oh my god.
Very classy. Okay. Jesus. All right, I'm starting the timer. I apologize for all of us.
I regret this conversation.
How did you do? What did you do? Let us know in the comments below. I started in on the next chapter, so that's good. And then I started looking on Twitter, and that's bad. But I found a book that maybe we can read next year for a writer's workshop, so that's good.
Very cool.
So, you know, productivity and non-productivity all wrapped into one 20-minute spread. What about you guys?
Wrote words. I know that was a great response. Math.
I wrote 93 words and ate some spicy mustard.
Okay. I went up to make a quick phone call because I'm expecting lunch and my bro's bringing it to me. And he said he's on his way. So my food's going to be dropping by any time now. What else? And then I just did some cleaning in my room because I can't be productive with this mess. So I tidied it up a bit so I could have a bit more focus.
That's good.
I wrote 66 words, and then that's as many as I wrote because I told my husband we were out of soda, and he started to mock me with gifs about me having a tantrum. So that's what I was busy doing for almost 20 minutes. If you think Mr. Brown is way more sassy than I am when he wants to be.
I like it.
See you later, Jean.
Bye, Deanie.
Bye-bye.
Drive safe. Hey, E. You finally hit the Nano 50K last night, only 18 days late. Hey, that's fine. Who cares about when it happened? I'm glad that you got there.
Yeah, same.
And have a good day and stay safe. And thanks for popping in. Trying to rework Michael's first novel, and I'm at a point where the main protagonist is asked to describe his feelings about the night he was assaulted.
Ooh. That sounds heavy.
He's not doing well, and the other nine, so I'm taking a break and having some tea. But the real question is, what kind of tea? That's what I just learned from that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I can totally understand why you would take a break from that. That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, StreamYard jumped y'all up a bit. Here we go. Leora got 448. Persephone wrote 245, doing some cool world building. He came in at 400 words. Annalise spent the time reading Cat's reviews. Ooh. A friend of mine, she is, oh gosh, she's a Swiftie, right? And she was like, I want to go see Cats on Friday. And I was like, well. So I think she's going. I was supposed to tell her that I was planning on doing it, but hopefully she ordered her tickets without me because I don't really want to go. It looks terrible.
Is this like the animated or?
It's the CG one.
No.
Oh, okay, that's.
It hasn't come out yet. They've just been talking about it for months.
Right,
With
right.
real people.
Yeah, it's with real people, and it comes out tomorrow.
I'll never forget when I saw it. The trailer was like, what is this?
I mean, Cats is always weird anyway, but I don't know how they made it look super creepy.
What's weird is that they're using CGI. You could have just easily used makeup like they do in the plays.
But that's not the thing. That's not the hype Hollywood thing right now. CG is.
It's overused in real life movies especially. It needs to stop. What happened to practical effects? I know it's expensive, but it's more believable in some aspects. At least if you're gonna do CGI, at least make it good. I love CGI as much as the next person, but
Calm down. The only person who can rate is me. The reason that Hollywood mostly uses CGI and green screen right now is because it's really expensive to fly people out to locations and have them record there, and then they have to stay there in hotels. So it's just like, if you're looking at cost effectiveness, it's a lot cheaper to hire a studio to do the graphics than it is to do all of that other stuff.
True.
You don't like it, and that's fair. I'm educating you, so that way when you
still make it work.
When you encounter more people like me, at least you'll have a rebuttal.
Okay. So it's still the original musical, just with CGI and actors.
Right.
Or is it all CGI?
Yes.
I don't know if it's all CGI.
No,
I know the actors
just
are CGI, but
I
think that
yeah.
I think the actual like settings are real. I think, but why?
Well, when I saw the previews for it, I thought that they were making it so it was more appealing towards children. Like Mini Monster would appreciate it because it's, you know, animated, even though she loves musicals. But yeah, I mean, I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I just thought like they were trying to make it so that like audiences of younger ages and stuff would be more interested in the musical as well.
Maybe. I don't really know.
I don't know. I mean, it's not something I'm glad that Mini Monster has family members who also appreciate Broadway and musicals and things like that, because she absolutely loves them. I, on the other hand, am like not a musical person, so you know.
So Heather got in 9.5 copy edited pages, and Portia's just hanging out. Oh, you have to go to the doctor later. Yuck. I hope it helps.
I like my doctor. I just don't like it when I have to see him.
Same.
Oh,
I do not look forward to it.
She's got one of those husbands that spread germs. God, those husbands.
Those germs. They're just as bad as kids with their germs.
Oh, yeah.
Vampire Assassin, 573 words, and you are over 4,000 words into your timeline. Wonderful.
Wait. Like, never mind. I'm just going to envision this massive timeline, and I'm not going to say anything.
Annalise said that from the reviews, it's better with some type of intoxicants. Oh, geez.
That's like a lot of movies right now. Like, my husband's trying to get me to go see Star Wars, and I'm like, I'm not going to go see Star Wars. And he's like, we should go see it. And I was like, you go get a friend and go see it.
Oh, I'm going
I
to
really
see
want
it.
to see it with you. I really want to see it with you. I was like, then I better have like some moonshine smuggled in.
Going to
We'll be going to see it.
Might as well.
For New Year's Eve.
I'm not going. My brother's going. He said, I'm going to...
What did
my brother said to me, I'm biting the bullet for you and me. I'll take the bullet to see. He said it's figuratively. He said he's going to see Star Wars, and I said he said to me, I'll take the bullet for you guys, and I'll see it.
So from what I gather, because I refused after the whole like debacle with the whiny crybaby bitch of Anakin. I stopped watching the new Star Wars. Like, I love the original 3.
So,
I'm happy with that. All the rest of them are insane. And from what I gather, they just keep getting worse and worse, which I didn't think you could get any worse than like an overly emotional Darth Vader who's like, but I wanted my way. It's like, that's not.
I have very strong thoughts. I just keep them to myself.
So anyway, so I take it the general consensus is that they've gotten worse.
It really depends on who you're talking to, because I have friends who really do like the new stuff that's coming out, and I think one of the interesting things is that it is appealing to different people, and you can almost tell by like generation who's enjoying what more. And I think that just has to do with the fact that the films are just kind of like that spread out.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a factor.
I don't know. I disagree because I absolutely enjoy them, and I'm older than you. I don't think it's really generational. But I'm not looking at it as like a continuation of the original stuff. I'm looking at it as very different, distinct properties. And this one, you know, is under Disney and it's doing the Disney thing that it does. So like I've enjoyed it as just something fun to watch. Right. As opposed to thinking of it as canon.
And weren't like the Star Wars series, as far as like the books were concerned, they were written by like several different people, right? With their own takes on how things should go.
That is a giant can of worms to open. So there were comics and there were books and there were some side stuff that was done. And then when Disney took over the IP, what they did is they said that basically all that stuff is legend and no longer canon. So there are things, but it's technically not part of the universe.
Oh, because I thought maybe they were taking like, oh, well, there goes that. Wow.
And I have strong thoughts about that too. But again, just keep them here.
Yeah. Up. I'm going to.
I'm very casual when it comes. I'm very casual when it comes to Star Wars. My brothers and some friends of mine are more bigger fans than me. I mean, I like it, but I'm not like obsessed and huge fans of it. I don't get into theories and whatnot. I'm just like, it's cool. I like it. Favorite movie, if you want to know, it's Empire Strikes Back. No surprise.
I'm a man.
And what I think,
huge fan. I'm a giant fan.
I see that. What was I gonna say? In terms of the new films, the only one I like of the new films is The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi I only saw once, barely remember it. Probably won't watch it again. And as for the new one that's coming out, all I care about is that I want Kylo Ren to die. That's it. That's all I care about. If he doesn't die, I'm gonna flip out.
Wait, is he the guy with like the really sexy long black hair?
Yes, he's Han Solo's son.
Well, sometimes I will watch. Sometimes I will watch a movie just because the actor is super sexy.
I used to do that for Brad Pitt, and then I stopped.
Right.
I want to see him. Adam Driver. He's in a movie that's on Netflix. Wedding something.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's called Marriage Story. It's called Marriage Story.
Okay, and he's up for some awards for it and stuff. And the only scene that I watched out of it looked pretty powerful. Yeah. So I want to see that. Because he's an interesting actor. Mm-hmm. Like he's kind of, I don't know, he seems a little weird. Like he gets extreme anxiety if he watches performances of himself. Yeah. Yep. And he was being interviewed by someone. He ended up walking out of the interview because they showed part of something that he was in, which I thought was an interesting move because, that was like something that was probably had already been discussed beforehand.
Yes, but he had specifically on multiple occasions asked them not to do it and warned if they did decide to do it that he would leave. And they went ahead and did it against his request, multiple requests, and that's why he was like, I'm done. Which I think that was brilliant. I mean, how many actors are subjected to uncomfortable bullshit because they're like, well, I have to sit here and take this because the people demand it of me. Whereas he's like, you know what? I asked you not to do this shit. See you later.
I think that's his Marine showing. That's his Marine showing.
His what?
His Marine. He used to be a Marine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, and
Interesting.
they were calling him like atypical male. And I was like, you know what? That doesn't make him atypical male. That makes him somebody who wants to be respected. I mean, seriously, I've asked you not to do something on multiple occasions and you're still going to do it. That's zero respect for me. Zero respect given back. I'm out of here. You know?
Interesting.
But you know, I think he's super sexy, so I'm going to defend him to the death.
Oh, he's fine.
He's he's all right. 7 out of 10.
Oh, hey, you guys. Do you guys want to do another sprint or do you just want to chat?
We can chat. We've already been chatting.
True.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't asking what we've been doing. I'm asking if you want to do a fourth sprint, sassy pants.
I don't know.
Whatever you want to do, but in 45 minutes I am going to have to grab myself up out of this chair and go pick up a small human being from the torture of the educational system.
When's he out for the semester?
Today, both of them are on their last days today.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, like, it's Christmas next week, so they should be on half day.
Like it should be soon, right?
You know what? I thought they would be half day this week as well, and they were like full day. Every day's full day. And then I got a phone call. So Minnie Monster's face pops up on my screen, and she is actively at school. So of course I'm like, you know, who am I going to have to go beat up or whatever? I answer the phone. She's like, Mom, everything is okay. I'm like, all right, then why are you calling me? She hands the phone to her teacher and he's like, hey, this is so-and-so. I just need to get an oral permission for Minnie Monster to watch Saving Private Ryan. And I was like, you better believe she can watch that movie. She needs to watch that movie. They need to do research about that movie. They need to know that this happened, okay? And the importance of why we were there. I mean, it was just, and he was like, so that's a yes? And I'm like, do you want me to come in there and teach the class for you? Because yes, that is a yes.
I was about to say, that sounds like a response I would have given. It's like, so I just need a yes or no. Thank you.
Right. I know. But yeah, no, it was nice that it is R-rated, so I guess it's nice that he made sure I was okay with it. But at the same time, I was like, yes. Why haven't they been watching this all year?
Feel better, Portia.
Oh.
I counted the votes in the comments, and the majority seems to be chat.
Then chat it is. We'll chat for a bit, and then we'll head out.
All right.
Awesome.
This is your circus. What shall us monkeys discuss, Tamara?
Oh, what? No, we're just gonna chat.
Oh,
just chat random stuff.
We're just gonna chat, man. This isn't the military. We don't have to set everything up.
what?
There's
Why
no
not?
rules here.
There's
no rules here.
I have a spreadsheet for this.
We need a topic to talk about.
But if anyone in the comments, if you guys have any topic suggestions, you have a question you want to throw out, feel free. But until then, we're just going to mumble about whatever. Are you guys done with your holiday shopping?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, God.
Carol,
I
did
feel
you
embarrassed to
finish in
say
October?
this.
No, I finished in November because I had to wait for Black Friday because I'm cheap.
Right.
I am embarrassed to admit this, but I have to do some last-minute shopping because I haven't done any all month, and I hate myself right now for it. So next year, I'm going to make sure to just buy stuff throughout the year so that I can be prepared for when Christmas comes.
I'm never prepared.
Yeah. I was gonna say we do cash. Once your small humans hit a certain age, going out and buying them things you think they want is not a good idea anymore. No. So Minnie Monster makes a list of Amazon stuff that she wants, and then so they come to the house and she has to wait until Christmas morning to pick them up or to open them. And then with our now we have 3 adult male children, we just give them cash. We're like, cash in a card, Merry Christmas. And then I'll go get like I know my boys like beef jerky and Monster drinks and stuff, and so I'll wrap Monster drinks and beef jerky and whatever ridiculous things I find. But as far as that's concerned, I refuse to spend
I'll be right back. Food just arrived.
Time than I normally would at a store, regardless if it's Christmas time or not, because it's too much stress. It's just way too much stress. So
it is a lot of stress.
Yeah,
it is stressful. I have some stuff that I have not ordered yet that I've been thinking about ordering and haven't. So everyone's going to get stuff late, probably.
Yeah, I tried to ask my dad because I'm going to go see him. We're flying out on Friday. And so I was like, Dad, what do you want for Christmas? And my dad's a very nice man. He was just like, oh, Pumpkin, you're flying out. That's all I need for Christmas. And I was like, no, seriously, Dad, what do you want?
Nope.
So he wouldn't tell me. So I had to go buy like some like random prank knickknacks. And I mailed them out to his house. And he's like, Pumpkin, stop sending me packages. And I'm like, no.
Oh, funny.
There's 3 more.
Yeah, that must be a dad thing, because like my dad, he pulls the same shenanigans. I'll be like, what do you want for your birthday this year? I just want you to come home.
Yeah, that's what my mom does.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
I know.
So this year for her birthday, I got her a Kindle Fire.
Yeah.
And she was like, what do I do with this? And I was like, Mom, you're not going to break it. It's okay. just use it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I just bake a lot of cake while I'm there because my dad has a huge sweet tooth. So he'll like go out to work while I'm there, and he comes home. There's like 3 cakes for him.
Oh, fun.
Like all pumpkin. Like all pumpkin. You shouldn't have.
Your dad calls you Pumpkin?
Mm-hmm.
My family calls me T-Bird.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I used to be called Pud, but then like something happened and I turned 15 and he just refused to call me Pud. And I was like, you've been calling me Pud for 15 years. Like, I don't understand. He's like, nope, we're going to call you Pumpkin now. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Oh, all right.
Maybe he was concerned that Pud might turn into something negative around your adolescent friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to like give a fuck for what they thought, which I never did.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I know, right? Caro, as a teenager, is even worse than I am as an adult.
So Vampire Assassin would like to know what we think about how to end a book series. I haven't gotten there yet, so I don't have an opinion. In each of my series, I still have 5 more books to write. So
I think I can help answer this question because I have my series kind of planned out. My best advice I could say is that it depends on if you want your ending to be a happy ending or a sad ending. My endings for my sci-fi series, for example, that I'm planning out, all the endings are pretty happy. And the end of the series. So
my recommendation when it comes to a series ending is to make sure that one, obviously your series ending makes sense with the theme of your story.
True.
but also to not to get rid of the consequences of your story. One of the griefs that I've been hearing lately about some novels is about how like all the stakes and all the consequences get wiped out towards the end in some kind of like magic plot armor thing. And it's absolutely ridiculous. And there was one series, I think I ranted about it because I love this series, but I hated the last book. And basically in the last book, what happened is like this woman who had been in love with this guy, she died like a few books prior to it, but then she just starts showing up in his dreams and she's like, hey, you should kill yourself and come live in the afterlife with me. And he's like, well, I'm not quite ready for that. And then they made arrangements to like date in their dreams before he was ready to pass on. And it was a huge what the fuck for me for like 50 pages. So
wow.
I've been playing with the idea of just leaving it kind of open-ended. That way, like, if I ever wanted to go back to it, like, why does everything have to have a final, ending? Why can't it just be like, here it is, and if you want to come back to it, you can, and if somebody else wants to run with it, why not? It's just, I don't know. I've been kind of, I don't know. Okay, so I guess, if everybody died, but seriously, I mean, in a book series, if you have like an entire world that you've built and everything, there's still going to be more to be told, right? So
yeah.
I think a good example is actually going to be Tamara Pierce, because Tamara Pierce always has like 4 books in her series and her universes, and she always ends them off really well. She's a great example to follow.
Yeah. Another thing I want to say is that make sure that when you end your book, everything is wrapped up and everything is, and don't leave too many plot holes. Make sure you get at least the main things you want to be concluded, and make sure the ending is, even if it's like a good or bad or whatever, make sure that it's satisfying. Like, make sure it actually feels like a conclusion, because there have been things that have ended and you don't feel satisfied, if that makes sense.
Persephone says, writer prerogative, genre expectations considered. Do you want your characters to live happily ever after or no? As long as it's satisfying, happy or sad, satisfy the reader.
Yeah, please do. Every series I don't like is because the ending is just bogus.
Yes. I love happy endings or bittersweet endings, so just give me a happy ending. If you give me a sad ending, then I'm sad, and I don't like it that much.
Yeah, but if you're writing true to life, not all endings are happy, and not everybody gets to ride into the sunset and live happily ever after. There are a lot of beautiful stories that end tragically, and you will completely miss the beauty of that story if magically everybody were to ride off into the sunset and the world is saved and poppies bloom every spring, and you know what I mean? Sometimes you need that tragedy in order to appreciate what the characters have been through.
I think it really depends on the genre.
True. Yeah, that's another thing.
Because like if you're writing straight up romances, and like currently they're expecting a happily ever after or a happy for now ending. They're not expecting for it to end tragically.
Right.
So if that could leave like a really sour taste in your reader's mouth.
Yes.
Whereas if you're writing like women's fiction, or if you're writing horror, or even thrillers will end like you think that it might end positively, but doesn't always.
Right.
But again, do what you like, because it's your book in the end. Why can't I'm trying to update our freaking description here, and it's not letting me.
Especially if you're self-published, just write what you want.
So I'm reading comments.
What is going on here? Jennifer, my book is in the description of this video. I was gonna add Dana's links, but I can't seem to add anything right now. So
okay. I was gonna say I'll message. I just put it in the comments, the title of my book, but I can send you a message on Facebook with the link. Because I'm like, we're all on Facebook. We're all
there. A series has an arc just as the individual stories and characters in it do. Every arc has a culmination. It doesn't mean it's the ending of everything, just the end of the arc, says Key.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Let's see. Where are we? And Vampire Assassin says, thanks for the advice. I am planning a 7-book series wrapped around an idea for a movie. I saw a long time ago that I didn't like the ending of, and I'm currently building a new world. That sounds very cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think like a lot of the stories that a lot of the books that I have read that I didn't like the ending to actually inspire me. I don't want to say to write a better story, but it really does inspire me to kind of write a better story, you know? So yeah, so anyway, that's is what it is.
That is what it is. Jennifer says, please do that. Dana, if you wouldn't mind, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Happy holidays, Annalise.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Oh, my goodness. Is there anything else that anybody wants to anything that anyone else wants to talk about, or do you want to wrap up?
I'm game to see if anybody in the comments has something.
Let me see if it'll actually let me.
That is where the huge timeline is coming from. I'm trying to plot out all 7 books at once and stuck with the last books in the series.
You may like that Campfire software I did a review for, because that has a really good timeline element to it. If you need to actually really get in there with that, unless you want to dive into the extensive spreadsheet madness.
Oh goodness!
That Campfire really does sound. It sounds really useful, but it also sounds like something you could totally get sucked into for 10 years. And
I was in there for a full 16 hours and looked around. And I was like, "Why is it dark outside? Like, what happened?" And then my husband was like, "Are you still in here?" And I was like, "What? Who are you? Where am I?"
What does all this mean?
I tripped into the vortex.
But it's just so nice, because I found the feature in it where you can export a lot of the stuff into PDF. So if I need to send it to other people, I can do that too. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
It depends on which one you want to get. Because if you want to get the regular without the world building thing, I think it's like $30. But let me confirm that. If you got Camp Nano, if you won, then you get $20 off, or 20% off, not $20. Let's see. So Campfire Pro load. They got the free trial. The Pro without the discount is $49, and then the Pro plus the world building is $74. But that's the lifetime license as well. So if you know you're going to use it for multiple projects, oh hey, they've got a holiday discount. Let me learn more.
That sounds great.
Help the writer in your life. La, la. I just want to know about the discount. So they have a 25% discount going on right now. And so the online one's pretty hefty. So anyway, 25% off of that if you are interested in it.
Could you add the link to the comments so people will know how to get there or whatever?
Yes, I would love to do that for you.
Thank you. It's like something's in my eye.
So my boss doesn't hate me after reading my reviews.
That's good.
They thought I was being nice to him.
That's good. At least you get to keep your job.
Oh, he can't work without me.
Oh, so he needs you.
Yeah.
Kara makes herself indispensable.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Do something that nobody else can do and keep it that way.
That's right.
There you go. There you go.
Oh.
Get him. Get him, dog.
I've forgotten how loud a German Shepherd barks.
That's the Beagle.
The Beagle? God, he's loud.
Okay, so I have a Sheltie who barks when the wind blows. So when she barks, I'm like, okay, you're just a noisemaker. When the Malamute actually barks, you know there's something happening. So in my house, when the Malamutes actually bark, like everybody stands up and goes running to find out what is happening. Oh yeah, because they don't bark. They're not like barking dogs. They howl and they sleep. They're like fuzzy logs all over the house. So yeah, when they get up and they start barking, especially if they were to start barking like Caro's dogs, yeah, we'd be like.
Well, it's funny. So we have somebody coming to house sit because we have 4 dogs, and so they're gonna come over. And I was kind of going over, the 101 about the dogs. And okay, so the link's not showing when I posted, so I'm gonna put it in the private chat.
I'm just adding you as a moderator, and now you can add the link.
Now I can do all the things. Okay, cool. And so I was telling her, I was like, the dogs bark, don't worry about it. However, if Ranger starts barking and then he stops barking and his hackles go up by the door, don't answer the door. Just don't do it.
Right. Yep.
Let's see. Still not showing. Why does it hate me? All right, I tried to post it again.
Are you posting
Hopefully
it
it
in
will.
the actual YouTube chat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's weird because it's not even showing that you've posted anything.
Okay, well, then here I go.
Yeah, no, I've had perfect strangers like walk up to the door and Tala will just sit there like if I have the door open with the screen shut, and we have a wrought iron screen door, so she'll just lay there. And I've had people actually come up, and because she's camouflaged, like they'll bang on the door and suddenly she'll like stand up and just give them the mean eye because she's got those crazy eyebrows that are like, oh yeah. And I had the one time the missionaries had come through to hand out pamphlets, and the one guy, she startled him so badly, he was like, oh, have a nice day, have a nice day. They haven't come back. I was like, seriously, dude, you could come in here and take everything as long as you start feeding her scraps of meat or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah,
but it is.
I wish Ranger was like that, but it's kind of like Ranger's my man killer. Like,
Yeah.
He's like the sweetest dog who likes to snuggle, but if you're a stranger and I don't want you near me, then
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you need to get away from me.
Yeah.
That's partly what happened like a couple weeks ago, because I was out with Ranger and some guy's like, can I pet your dog? And I was like, absolutely not. And like Ranger's growling and barking. He's like, I really want to pet your dog. I was like, I don't know if I know you don't understand. Get away from my dog.
He is growling and barking. Oh, but I really want to pet your dog. I really don't think you understand what this dog is capable of doing. Okay. See those meat ripping teeth?
Yeah. And he's all like, yeah, I see your dog's trying to protect you. I was like, Asshole, you really need to go somewhere else. And he got really close, and Ranger started biting at his clothes while I'm trying to hold him back.
Oh
no.
Yeah, that doesn't make any. That's weird.
I'm just glad that there was a witness. I'm glad that there was a witness, because otherwise he would have been like, yeah, your dog like attacked me.
Right.
It's so weird because German Shepherds, they're so intimidating because of their size and strength that nobody wants to go near them.
Do you hear that? You hear that? You're intimidated.
Like my mom, when I had my German Shepherd, my mom would go walking with him and nobody would even step close to him because he would, bark at him and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He's nothing. He was nothing like your Ranger. He was very protective, but he's the kind of one who would, once this guy's not a stranger, he'll be nice to you. He didn't bite. He was just a barker and a growler. He's just letting you know, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
So it's not like that.
Yeah. Like Tala, the moment she senses that I am uncomfortable with something, she'll it's like a light switch comes on. Like she's fine. she's like, oh, hey, everything's good. Everything's good. But as soon as I tense up or she senses that the situation's not okay, she takes 140 pounds of Malamute and lets people know, you better back up. She feeds me.
Jennifer, there's absolutely no way I would have done that because that's how you get your dog taken away and euthanized.
What happened?
Oh, Jennifer's like, I would have set the dog loose on the guy. That's how you get them euthanized.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Not unless the guy's attacking you.
Not even then.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is a little. Well, I don't know because your county and my county are totally different. Like,
yeah, they're very different.
We're a little bit more lenient when it comes to animals down here. So
they have too many people that send their dogs after people. That's partly why. And like, so the person who's house sitting is like determined to like take the dogs for a walk. I'm like, okay, you can't walk them all at once. So there's 4 of them, right?
Right.
And they're big.
Yeah. And so like I made a map and I was like, you can only walk over here. You can't walk over there. And she was like, well, why can't I walk them over there? It's like, because there are 4 families on this side of my neighborhood that all have dog packs bigger than mine, full of chihuahuas. And they always get loose and they always come after dogs. And Ranger has small dog aggression. Rangers are going to kill that dog. So just walk the dogs over on that side of the neighborhood.
Right. Right. As much as I love house sitters, it's like, don't do this. Why? Because I said so. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's like my children. Because I said so. It's for your own good.
Another thing I wanted to say earlier about dogs is that when it comes to like when they protect you, like they can sense something about a person that's not right. Like,
right.
If there's somebody who's very suspicious about you, they're gonna sense it and they're gonna be on alert mode. It's like, hey, I see you. Back off.
Yeah. Are you going to be a scary dog? Are you going to be a scary dog? No.
I'd be scared of that dog if I was in front of him because he's huge. Huge dogs scare me.
You're scary.
You're scary. That's the other thing that people don't quite understand about dogs. When you approach a dog and they sense that you're nervous, they lose trust in you. They can no longer... Yeah, they can't trust you. You become unpredictable. And the thing about dogs, especially pack animals, is if you're not trusted and their person or their pack alpha is there, it's instinctual. They are going to protect and defend what they hold sacred. And the person who brings them food is like God. Okay. So it's very important that when you approach a dog with confidence. If you're wearing sunglasses, you need to remove your sunglasses because almost 100% of communication between you and a dog comes from your eyes. That's why dog catchers who wear sunglasses when they're trying to catch an aggressive animal, it's like, what are you? Like, do you not know anything? So yeah, so being passive or being afraid can actually cause you to be in a much more dangerous situation than if you were like, okay, you're a dog. I'm going to show you that I'm confident and we're going to be okay. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Just from me to you and anybody else who doesn't, is unsure about dogs. Because even if you have a dog that's running loose in your neighborhood, you really want to stand your ground and be confident around that animal. Because the moment you show fear or that you're going to run, that's when they're going to say, okay, I'm going to get the better of you and be a jackass.
You hear that? You hear that? They're talking about you. You were a loose animal. And now you're collared.
I'm not going to speak for Caro, but you don't need to apologize. I mean, that's what a lot of people have dogs for, is for protection. So yeah, if Caro was being attacked, absolutely, I can almost guarantee she would drop the leash, but please don't apologize.
Yeah. No. Yeah, if I'm being attacked, the dogs are going to have to pull me off the mofo.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to yank you. They're strong. You
Destiny. Destiny, right now we're just kind of chatting. We've already had our sprints, and probably in a few minutes we're going to wrap up and let everyone go about their ways. But thank you for joining us. And I don't know how long you've been here, because I know sometimes you just be hanging out and we don't even be knowing.
By the way, on a side note, German Shepherds are really strong. Like, if they yank you, they're gonna... And if you're not prepared, they're gonna... Like, one time when I was little, when I had my German Shepherd, he chased an animal, and I know where he yanked me, and the worst part was he yanked me across the concrete, so my legs dragged on the ground, and I got some nasty scrapes.
Yeah. Well, and
you hear that? You're strong too. Yeah.
There's a huge difference between American German Shepherds and like Austrian German Shepherds and German-born German Shepherds.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
my uncle, while he was stationed in Germany, purchased an actual like German-bred German Shepherd and brought him home. And the first time I saw this dog, I was like, wow, this is amazing. But it was also terrifying, because he had 2 small children, and the dog would sit with the children, and if he didn't know you, or if you weren't approved to be around these kids, he would let you know. And it was amazing how obedient he was. And just to see the difference between, they're labeled as the same breed, but their personalities and everything are like polar opposites. It's amazing.
That's interesting. Yeah, they're protective. And as if you don't know the thing about German Shepherds, is that they have the most powerful jaw.
No,
I know
they have powerful jaws. They do not have the most powerful.
Oh, well, they have one of them. They're the most powerful dog bite, I think. Aside from the pit.
That's pit. Yeah.
No. Okay, never mind. It's the pit. But they do have a very strong bite. And
most dogs have a strong bite. That's why they hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when word of advice to anyone who gets a shepherd: if you are giving them treats by hand, tell them to be gentle. When we fed my German Shepherd treats, we would tell them to do something like sit or lie down, and then my mom would say, when we're handing him the treat, we would say easy, and then he would have to take it easily into his mouth so he wouldn't bite our fingers really hard.
If I tell you easy, are you just not going to take it from my hand? Does that work?
I was always scared to do it because I didn't want my hands bitten, so I just tossed him the treat. He'd catch it. Yeah. He was good at it. He did not miss a single catch.
Tina, you said you had to go at some point, right? You said in 40 minutes.
I do. Yes. Okay. Yes, I was going to say I'm going to have to get going because I got to go pick up Mini Monster. And if I'm late and make her wait around, she will never forgive me.
Well, let us go ahead and wrap this up then, because we've been on it for over 2 hours.
Yes.
So we can start with Dana, and then Rad Girl, then Caro, and then me.
All right, awesome. Well, I am Dana Gollin, and you can find all of my goodies, including the link to purchase my book, at danagollinwrites.com. And I hope you all have a happy holiday. Go.
All right.
Who's next?
Me. I am Tia Firago. I also go under the pen name Margaret Dutch, a multi-genre author and artist with no published work yet. I will be streaming tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want to catch me then, feel free to watch that. We'll just be chilling and doing a little bit of work here and there. And I hope to see some of you there.
All right. My name is Kara Brown. I am an urban fantasy author and the operations director for Otherworld Inc. I have a channel here on YouTube where I talk and whine about the life of a writer, mostly under the influence of wine. Sometimes you never know. It's Russian roulette. I currently have a pre-order out for my pen name Faye Black, which is where I do like my more adult romances at. So if you want to hook a sister up, it's 99 cents. It's out. It's coming out on February 14th. But I'm trying to do this advanced promo thing. Let y'all know it's coming.
That's right.
99 cents, y'all. 99 cents. All right, I'm done.
And I can verify it's 99 cents worth spending It was
Aw.
fabulous.
99 cents worth spending.
That's right. I'd give you $6. It was so fantastic.
And my name is Tamara Woods. This is my channel where I talk about books and writing. All my links are in the description. I have been trying to do my Q&A video. I've been trying to upload it. The first time it uploaded half of the video, and the second time was a third. So I don't know what the hell's going on with it. But once I figure that out, that video will be available. There's a couple other ones that I'm going to be posting as well. I'll be here next week, same time, same place, next Thursday at, I don't know, it was 8 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to come over, please do. I hope y'all all have a happy holidays. And thank you so much for being here, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this later. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.
Look,